I believe that we're going to see price appreciation for XRP prior to the Clarity Act passing. XRP has a moat right now where it is really the only asset that sits uniquely positioned to facilitate the volume of payments that would be required for certain markets prior to that bill passing. And it's really the only blockchain that has the functionality that would allow for institutional adoption with digital identity, credentials, permission domains, and here we've got permission DEX that's going to go live in just 7 days on the 18th of February. So 7 more days and we'll have permission DEXs there. And that's the last piece of the puzzle for Ripple to really get institutional adoption for the payment component, leveraging XRP to settle those. So all that being stated, if they continue to push this out with the Clarity Act, it might be right after XRP appreciates that we see the Clarity Act passed. And then that would, again, just pour gas on the fire at that point. I feel the same way about permission DEX. Corda can already leverage XRP to settle between siloed ecosystems utilizing the Corda settler. And again, that's what Project Ion was. It was a partnership between the DTCC and R3 that was finalized in 2022, prior to XRP having clarity here in the US. So, if there's enough liquidity in XRP, then we would potentially see them start leveraging that to, get to all the things that we want to happen. But the Clarity Act is important, and institutional adoption at scale, I do think is going to require real regulations around that. I think they may strip out the DeFi component because that is really kind of the friction and the opposition that the Democrats have on the bill, but that markup passed. So they're voting on it as is. I think that if they don't get it through, they're going to have to remark it up. And then if they pull that piece out and you just give clarity to what is a security, what's a commodity, what's a currency on chain, then you will have another bill later on that has, all the DeFi components. I love listening to him. Is all of the TradFi lending components happen off chain. It's just the facilitation of the credit transfer or the debit and credit that happens on the XRPL.